Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So I've only got 5 minutes, so I had to pick and choose which bits of amendments I was going to speak on. So I'm going to mention the Green Amendment, firstly. So in some respects, I envy the Green Party, because they know that in both national and local politics, they can say things, promise things, that they know they will never have to deliver, because they'll never be able to get anywhere near taking control of anything. And this amendment is clearly written with that poetic licence as its core principle. This is not a serious budget amendment for how this council is going to provide services. It's a political statement made by someone to his core supporters in the full knowledge that none of it will never happen. There is no vision in this amendment to address the concerns of residents regarding the soaring cost of council tax, nor is there any consideration given to residents' concerns with the poor level of service they are currently enduring under this Labour administration. I speak to people in my ward, and they tell me they are concerned about the state of our roads, about the poor standard of their bin service, about the fact that their children have missed lots of school time with COVID. They are concerned about the financial burden being placed on them, and they are worried that the administration is going to increase their council tax yet again, and not only increase it, but also fail to address any of the issues to boot. Budget Council is an opportunity for political groups to make their offer to the residents of Kirklees. This is what we can do to improve your lives. If we're in a position to control this authority, people can listen to this meeting, decide for themselves whether this political group are offering them something to their families, their areas which will improve their lot. So should a resident wish, they can attend or watch this meeting online and see for themselves who has their priorities at heart. Does it sort the roads, the bins, the gritting in winter? Does it take account of how much I have to pay each month? Does it concentrate on what a council is here to deliver? All of these are legitimate and relevant questions for a resident to look for in a budget amendment. This amendment doesn't address any of these concerns. Instead, it's an extremely political budget which will not address the concerns of the residents we represent, the ones who pay the council tax and expect a service in return. Does the Green Party believe that the residents in this borough would like the council to spend almost £6 million of their money, taxpayers' money, on retrofitting houses to achieve net zero? Even those who may believe they would benefit from such a scheme will be asked to pay an extra comfort charge for the privilege. It doesn't detail the exact cost per tenant of this comfort charge, but it does mention the £85,000 per property it would cost the taxpayer to retrofit these houses. The Passivhaus standard makes its annual trip to the Kirklees budget meeting. This year it's seeking £795,000 from our already hard-up council taxpayers. So members, we have a choice. As elected representatives for this borough, we have heard, as we usually do, a collection of socialists, while putting up our council taxes yet again by the maximum possible, seek to blame this on the government. But as my colleague, Councillor Watson, alluded to earlier, I have absolutely no idea how much money they will need to provide a proper service. I am proud of the Conservative amendment. Councillor Greaves says he doesn't want a council tax rise, but he can't see any other way. Well, colleagues, let me tell you, there is another way. I've used the same criteria to assess our amendments as I used when I looked at the Labour budget and the various different amendments before us this evening. Does it sort the roads, the bins, the gritting in winter? Does it take account of how much I have to pay each month? Does it concentrate on what a council is here to deliver? All of these are legitimate and relevant questions for a resident to look for in a budget amendment. This amendment does address these concerns. It is the only amendment that recognises the increasing financial pressure facing families. Instead of political grandstanding, which we've heard from so many members this evening, it actually offers hope.
25 seconds.
It offers hope to residents in this borough that we can make a positive difference to people's lives. There's recognition of what residents feel aggrieved about in their day-to-day life. People say to me they're proud of their area, but nobody from Kirklees seems to care about keeping our communal areas clean and tidy. People say to me they're worried about the impact of COVID pandemic on their children's education. One of the most common subjects on which I receive casework is the state of our roads.
Your time is up, Cllr Smith.
So thank you very much,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Mayor. There is a much better way than this awful Labour budget. Thank you.
Thank you.